Hey everyone, this is another Firearms and Safety YouTube, or AFSY for short. Firstly, I'm wearing gloves today because the guns I'm using are dirty. And overall, I just want to give you a little intro on myself. I've used firearms for about 10 plus years, and I've used an extensive list. But even so, I always aim to learn more, and I continue to be a student. I do urge you to be critical if there are any mistakes or improvements that you see. Overall, constructive criticism always leads to improvement. I did have my family in the military, so I do have some general knowledge of firearms. But my uncle, brother, and they fought in the service, and my great uncle actually fought and died in World War II. This video is about the Glock 19, but overall I just want to give you a little bit of information about myself, and just overall I've got a deep passion for the history of firearms and the Second Amendment. Do a little bit of competition shooting, and shout out to my buddy Aaron for helping me get this started, particularly with all the knowledge that he's helped me have. I do have a Venmo just because I'm trying to get the best video quality and the best gear, as I want to get you the best video, sound, and possibly some solid production. Think MKHD for all you tech nerds out there. Now, the Venmo is A as in Alpha, F, S, Y, T. And that's, yeah, so just wanted to let you know that. Donate, don't donate, totally okay. Doesn't matter to me. But either way, I want to jump into this, mainly because this is my Glock 19. So first thing we're going to do, obviously there's no mag, but we're going to back the slide, make sure everything's good to go. As you can see, we are clear. Alright, so moving forward, so we'll get some stuff out of the way. Put that on the table for you. Now, this doesn't really look standard, and I am aware of that. I'm definitely aware of that, but there's not too much that's modified on here. Actually kept this as stock as possible. No trigger work, nothing like that done at all. So, yeah, overall, a little background on the Glock 19. Gaston Glock invented this. This is the 19. The Glock 17 is the 19's bigger brother. So overall, you could find this about $550 to $650 brand new. You can actually find them in great condition for as little as $400. This is a 9mm. 9mm looks like this. If you don't know already, it's about 7 inches and about 7.3 inches long. It's about 5 inches wide, or excuse me, high, or tall rather, from here to here. Width is about 1.3 inches. Now the barrel is just over 4 inches, and that trigger's about, I want to say 5 to 6.5 pounds. This does come with 3 dots, or the front dot with the U in the back. So overall, it's about, I want to say, this slide is different. This has got a Brownell slide on it. I just did that because it's got the RMR cut, just to throw that hollow sun on there. And that's the hollow sun that we're talking about. Probably have a review on that one coming on up. Real nice. Great for new shooters, and really helps you out, particularly when you get to things like this. That tridge, I don't know if y'all can see that red dot there. Yeah, there we go, we tried. I'm sure it won't show up. We're literally shooting on an iPhone. Either way, this thing doesn't have the technology that this does. And overall, that's it'll basically tell you where to aim. Big selling point here, which is real nice, very natural. The ACSS by Primary Arms, I actually had them, I reached out to Trijicon to see if they could get a collab going with Primary Arms. No dice there, as you would imagine. But yeah, overall, this gun is very famous, mainly because just a little bit of the history around it. There were some trials in 1982 for the Austrian armed forces, and Glock actually beat out SIG, Browning, HK, FN, Beretta, and a few other companies as well. So the fact that it was able to do this, such reputable companies. Gaston Glock had never built a firearm before, and this was for the Glock 17. So these are just extremely reliable weapons. They are used mainly by police and military. A lot of people actually like to use them for carry. That's personally what I'll do. This is like my winter carry. But just to talk a little bit more about this, does have a hammer forged barrel, which I always thought was really cool. They're extremely reliable, and what they're famous for is going through torture tests. So literally any kind of test that you can think of. I've seen these things frozen. I've seen them put in mud, sand. I've seen them fire underwater. It's pretty amazing what we've got when it comes to this Glock 19 here. So overall, you're going to get about here I live in Connecticut, so we got about 10 rounds, which obviously I feel some kind of way about that, but other states you'll generally get your 15 plus 1, which is just fine. What you should know about the Glock is that it is as customizable as a Jeep. And when I say that, I mean everything from the slide lock to the magazine to the trigger, you name it. You think of it, every little part of this can be switched out. As you can see, I'm not even running sights on this, mainly because this is now a range toy for me. I'm also using and training a couple new shooters right now, and basically that's really going to help them acquire that red dot. So this one's actually green, so let me see if you can see it here. There we go. Let's get that in the frame a little better. There we go. See that chevron in the middle? So that chevron, that tells you you're aiming correctly. But if you're aiming incorrectly, it'll tell you to aim low. And when you have it right, you shouldn't see that outer circle at all. So very helpful and useful. But yeah, one of the things about this is that you can, I guess, Gucci it out and get slide cuts and all kinds of things. I didn't do that. I particularly went with the Brownells slide. Brownells is very, they're very reputable. And then I would urge you to take a look at their YouTube channel, as they have a lot of information. And just really, they're just good folks. So I've had nothing but great experiences shopping with them. I'm not sponsored or affiliated with them at all. But yeah, overall, Glock 19, famous for the torture tests, very reliable. That's why I didn't do any modifications to it, mainly because when you start modifying the trigger and things like that, you definitely hear of nightmare stories of things going wrong. A Glock stock out of the box will do you just fine any day of the week, and it's built that way. So there's no modifications that are needed. Personally, I just, once again, this, and the only reason why I replaced the slide is once again to get that, and also so I can put the old slide back and get the irons back on there whenever I feel like shooting irons. So yeah, you just need a channel liner as well, in case you didn't know. It's like a $3-4 part. Overall, I don't have too much more to go over because this is a really basic setup, but what I will tell you a little bit about are some of the accessories here. So obviously you've heard me drone on about the ACSS reticule, and I thoroughly enjoy this, as you know. But one of the things that you might not know is that I have a Surefire X400 on here. Yes, I have the sticker on there. Don't make fun of me. It's just because when I get other ones like green ones, I just want to be able to know. And yeah, so just so you know, that is what the Surefire X400 can do. It also pushes about 1,000 lumens downrange, and you can see this little, I want to say, it's like a little lever, right? And you can flip this and change this, and basically you're going to get different modes: flashlight, regular flashlight, laser, all those kinds of things. So now that we know this is empty, I do want to show you one thing, particularly the take-up, right? So this take-up here is going to be really nice. So I don't say it's definitely not the nicest, but it's good to learn on. Mainly because if you start out with a stock trigger like this, you're not going to have too much to go over, or just learn, not too much of a learning curve when you go to something lighter or better. So basically everything is empty here. As you know, we're going to check again. There we go. And we're going to go ahead and look at that take-up. This is actually a safety here, something that you should know. And there's actually 3 safeties, part of the Glock, which are located here, firing pin, and there's a drop safety in there which you don't see, which is off the mat. But overall, this trigger here, let's feel that take-up. You see that right there? All right, so that's the take-up right there. Personally, a little spongy, but I don't care. It's a stock Glock. I want it to be reliable, and that's why I bought a Glock 19. And a little bit more of a take-up. See that? A little more. All right, there's the break. Okay. Now the reset. There we go. And then let's just go right for it again. There you go. So you see there's a little bit of, let's just say a lot of it to take up, you know. So here we go. All right. And here's the reset. Okay. So we talked about the HoloSun sight. We talked about the Surefire 400 light, laser light, whatever. These are Talon Grips, and I really enjoy Talon Grips. You put them on very quickly. They're very inexpensive, but they do last a while. I've heard people, they say, you know, that you only get these for like a year or something like that before they start peeling. I have had this for at least 2 years, and these are the original set, so there's nothing, you know, wrong with them. One thing I did fail to mention, this is a Gen 4 Glock 19. You can tell by the finger grooves. You would be able to tell with the normal inscription around here. So semi-automatic, definitely not your revolver, right? Empty, as you know. All right, that's how we do it around here. And yes, that is a 8-shot 357 revolver, one of my favorite weapons that I have. Sold to me by a friend, dear friend. Overall, that's, you know, there's really not too much more to go over. The one thing that I would like to cover is a holster, mainly because every good weapon, if you're going to carry it, needs a holster. Now, this holster no longer fits since I made this switch, but it is geared towards the X400. I had a friend of mine over at Quick Lock Holsters over in Alaska. He's an Air Force vet, so be sure to support him if you can. Literally made this custom for me, and it's not bad at all. I mean, I'm actually rather impressed. You're probably asking what this is here. I believe it's Clipper Holsters that offers this, and basically it's a little 8 dots of Velcro that you put all over your Kydex holster. I put this little memory pad, a memory foam kind of pad here, and personally makes it very, very comfortable. I thoroughly enjoy these. You know, this particular one, I actually have this on my mini tuck, so that's a really nice one. I'll do a review on that holster, but yeah, Quick Lock holsters are very nice. They actually have a shoulder, basically a chest rig, which is really sweet. Allows you to free your hands up if you're out hiking, or you can do that kind of thing out in your state. Yeah, so let me see. We did the Glock 19. Next, we have our dirty. This is my bad boy, my daily carry. I really enjoy this SIG. This SIG P365. Safety's on. Everything's clear. Don't you sweat it. You know I got it. There we go. And that's what I want for you. I want you guys to always be safe, always have a good time, and ultimately learn. Continue to be a student. Don't want to hurt anyone's ears that are wearing headphones. Little Surefire flashlight there. XSC. This is going to be next here. So, yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. Leave them in the comments. If you want to subscribe, go for it. I would recommend doing so if you like firearms and if you want to continue learning. Any questions or concerns, let me know. But again, thank you so much for your time, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks.